Tennessee. It has been a gauntlet early on for Indiana. And Jack 16 points.
Pat, if you notice,
Mitchell hands off back. Benley coming this year in Indiana.
He provides some depth.
Here is Clark. She will launch and back. She hit a couple of lasers late. The Sparks. There's De'Erica and Clark. Mitchell.
And Kelsey Mitchell missed all of
on their chemistry. Here's the number 2 pick.
Impressive early on.
On the floor right now as Clark gets it to Boston that plagued Los Angeles on Friday.
You really have 3 starters in the backcourt.
Friday, stop and start. Wallace gets inside. And Mitchell coast to Wallace will launch from the corner. 2-man game. It's Hamby inside.
And she's got 2 kids.
Clark catch and shoot. Leaves that trying to create. Mitchell on the drive. Gets inside. Wallace being hounded. Shot clock down to the hesitation on the drive.
South of 10 points a game.
So down to 6. And your size. Hamby sees the double team. Knocked away and off drive inside. Good position. Smith open on the perimeter. And goals have come from the 3-point line. And now going. And it's Hamby going coast. Clark likes this matchup drive.
The play has been outstanding.
I felt it also. Leroux, good. 10 points in that one. Smith on the shot fake, pulls up and
scoring in that middle third.
3 on 2, and Talbot is into the game, including Ari McDonald here. It's right back into the hands of Hamby, who turned and scorching to start this season. It, pull from the corner. And McDonald. Clark working off the double screen. 5th foul on the Sparks, so.
The basketball.
Badly though, the Fever just 2 points off of those two.
Is working hard for positioning.
Pull on the drive into a double. They're trying to turn the corner on. Misses on a 3, but there's Holt. Brand new court, it is gorgeous. 20.
Of course, Indiana won in 2012.
Able to come up with it for the moment. Pros now tackle on the technical with it.
I had a great conversation. Recommend it when you come to town.
Fever offense has just been out of sync. Flagrant 1. Holt takes it inside, fades. To Clark, she will launch and barrel.
She likes to do.
It's knocked down, it's tracked down by McDonald. Los Angeles. Wheeler on the drive, off balance and gets it. Here's Jackson turning the corner and show.
College career at the University of Tennessee.
Noon and the first 3,000 fans. Early lead, it's been all Los Angeles set. Brown whips it into the corner, and Sparks running the break. Hamby gets it back for Jackson. Lead here with rookie Rakia Jackson moved up the charts all the way to number. Clark driving on Nurse, steps way away from the rim, just got it off. Jackson spinning back inside for Clark, who launches. Stuck in the mud. Still under. Here as Clark gets inside, the scoop. Last year, kick out, Hamby 3. 9 points in 15 minutes. Clark back on.
Triple.
Clark's these Sparks, dangerous pass, it found its way, is swarmed. Boston gets a hand. Wallace, she's wide open. Lofts it into the corner, a Jackson 3. That.
In his great time there from 2000.
The Big Ten as well, Indiana University.
Year as well.
It up, and can't. Could still come today. As Mitchell.
The spots on the floor that she wants to get to.
Expect no different here this season. Swing it, McDonald misses on Clark. Clark has 14, has the size advantage and just pulls through. Any Gallery Pastry Group location.
There's ice cream, there's fries.
Gallery Pastry, one of the top. Wallace from the mid-range, 4 and 7 points. It's Hamby back on the differentiator. These games if she could get there. Out on the floor, McDonald lays it in 2021. Here is Mitchell, fire. Here's Brink sprinting inside. Great defense to Indianapolis, just their 3rd home game. Hamby high-low from way outside. Brink is wide open and better.
And especially LA when
can find that same touch here from Benley spinning on Hamby.
The starting lineup.
Within 3 and a hold there on fact. Races and Caitlin Clark.
It happened because she jumped out to dump.
Been probably her best defense. Mitchell on the drive right to the rim. Back for Boston. She'll fire a 3 and
start the second half.
Brink in.
Very good tonight, except for
right
that
there.
Play.
Clark weaves inside and the
call timeout to stifle an in.
Here's McDonald trying to create.
What the Fever are doing right now, she has to keep her.
Sees a wall, spins out of it nicely. She's starting to impose her will. The extra pass, Nurse is wide open. Hamby handoff.
After she sticks it.
Is available and did come back there early in the kick out. Here's Mitchell. Nurse trying to answer. Clark lobs it. Fagbenle finishes. Weaver have 16 points in this, but halfway through it. Here is Lexi Brown. Extra pass.
Oh, it's in that first half. She looks
with a lot of space to roam. She three. Mitchell will fire.
Defense. You should be able to get some opportunity.
Scoring. First and Reeves inside. This is a deep two for Boston.
They did that time. The great one, Tamika Catchings.
For Samuelson. And a blocking back to win. Tamika was the gem there. As Mitchell fires.
Second level.
Sparks 9 and Mitchell beats the pack. Here's how the Fever can look. Third quarter. Corner.
We'll see Mitchell right now.
And Wheeler. Talbot way outside. She does. Gets rid of it and hit one.
I mean, this is how good in a late game situation.
And
a little bit of a cushion.
Dangerous pass, but it found its way. 34, so we might have lost that lead with Clark not on the. Samuelson, a deep three. Here as we start the fourth quarter. A little high-low with Hamby, and Clark held her.
The most at this point.
Burrell aggressive. A 5-point halftime deficit. Took a 5-point.
With a little bit of a smaller lineup.
McDonald displayed heavy minutes off the bench. Behind the back, frees up Boston, flips it up. Injured earlier. So they're big test for the second year.
Roster spots, and that's why you got to stay ready.
Misses at the rim. Boston. Fever with 10 fast break points on the night. That one away. In the corner, Burrell.
Corners.
She only played free, and until that moment, quarter, some big minutes for as Hamby fades, fires a call on the floor, stands as Nurse Clark finds some space. And
left, Pat, going left.
3 steals, 2 blocks, the Fever back. Inbound, Samuelson. Clark putting on the moves, gets by Nurse. Indiana's already committed 4. Nurse finds some space and
work off the screen and good time.
Here is Clark.
The second half for Kia Nurse. She is really
here of the Sparks second half.
I think all 3. Yeah, you got to throw it in.
14. Clark blows by McDonald.
Turned it over.
McDonald straight up. Been a great 3-point shooting team this year. But Mary McDonald with the steal and the finish. Will run for Los Angeles as Indiana. Clark seeing double, bounced the clock down to 5, hounded by Brink. Brink extra pass, Nurse has been brilliant. And a whistle
around the game, wins a good
here in the second half. It's open. Attacked and then she went down.
Can you get 3 stops in a row? That's what you.
Brink lobbing it inside. Inbound Nurse, will she do it again? Back for a rolling Boston foul.
They have made well. That's
defensively all night, even when they were leading. Into the corner, Wallace will fire and hit him. Oh, that's going to be a
shooting a 3. 2 free.
5 assists. Fabulous. Backdoor pass. Point lead here for the Sparks. And this
coming off the stagger right here.
Timing right here is Wheeler on the drive. Nurse, the step through, floats it up. Fagbenle, trailing by 9 with 60 seconds. Clark gets him. McDonald rattle. There's 6 games to open up the season.
You've got your deep.
Clark, they get it to her. Certainly her best defensive who's fouled. Via trade in the offseason. It hit just 2 of her 15 for Boston. She'll hoist a 3 and will drive, get to the rim, lay it. Wallace gets rid of it.
Their ability to knock.
Mitchell back for Boston. She'll fire a 3 and
first basket from 3 to start the second half.
Brinkins.
Indiana's defense has been very good tonight, except for
right
that
there. Clark on the fake. Clark weaves inside and the rubber.
This year, Pat, that the other team has had to call timeout to stifle an Indiana.
Hamby, shot clock down to 5. Here's McDonald trying to create.
Basketball, she's so valuable to what the Fever are doing right now. She has to keep herself.
Jackson just sees a wall, spins out of it, nicely. Rebound Boston. She's starting to impose her will. Position kick out. Hamby extra pass. Nurse is wide open, and Indiana had the first 11. Hamby handoff.
Wide open. You see the competitive fire after she sticks it.
Back to the locker room, but is available and did come back there early in the third. Give and go with Boston. Clark kick out. Here's Mitchell. Nurse trying to answer in. Clark lobs it. fact, Benley finishes.
Back assist for Clark.
Weaver have 16 points in this quarter. Not even halfway through it. Here is Lexi Brown. Clark, Boston extra pass. Oh,
fresh after only playing 6.5 minutes in that first half. She looks
6.5 minutes. Smith with a lot of space to roam. She finds his. Here is Wheeler. It's a 4-on-3. Mitchell will fire.
Jumping at everything, being risky with their defense. You should be able to get some opportunity.
Erica Hamby, fifth in the league in scoring. First in rebound. Wallace drives inside. This is a deep two for Boston.
Off that strong side corner, but they did that time. And
line one, Tamika Catchings.
The great one, Tamika Catchings.
Smith too far underneath, gets it back for Samuelson. And a blocking foul. Benley, because that deal actually goes back to when Tamika was the general. And then Lynn Dunn got her over. Nice teamwork there as Mitchell fires in.
And then quickly make a decision at the second level.
That's been the story of the Sparks night, and Mitchell beats the pack back. Here's how the Fever can look when Mitchell scalding here in the third quarter. Corner three.
Good decision to run something for Kelsey Mitchell right now.
And Wheeler gave second violation. Talbot way outside. Does McDonald see it? He does. Gets rid of it and hits her in the third quarter, and the Sparks back within one.
I mean, this is how good the league been able to hang in a late game situation.
And a
quick off the bounce too. You got to give her a little bit of a cushion. That's a tough shot to take.
Dangerous pass, but it found its way. It'll be at 33-34, so we might. Fever got her arrest, but they also lost that lead with Clark not on the.
It's a balance for Coach Sides.
Samuelson, a deep three. Indiana's resolve tested here as we start the fourth quarter. A brilliant response by Kurt Miller's group. Little high-low with Hamby, and Clark held her.
And it's who you trust the most at this point.
Burrell aggressive at Fever, who erased that 5-point halftime deficit, took a 5-point.
Kurt Miller's team either. He's going with a little bit of a smaller lineup.
McDonald has played heavy minutes off the bench. Huge here for Boston, that two-man game. Behind the back, frees up Boston, flips it up. McDonald injured there. Brown injured earlier. So they're point
minutes right here.
Big test for the second year.
Remember, 11 roster spots, and that's why you got to stay ready.
And just blow by Talbot, but misses at the rim. Boston pick. Fever with 10 fast break points on the night of basketball here as Clark nearly took that one away. In the corner, Burrell.
Outside the three-point line, both corners.
She only played 5. Burrell has played sparingly, and until that moment, tested here in the fourth quarter. Some big minutes for group that got him here. As Hamby fades, fires in, get overturned. Probably call on the floor, stands as Nurse can't. Just under 8 minutes to play. Clark finds some space and hits it.
Going left, Pat, going left.
4 assists, 5 rebounds, 3 steals, 2 blocks. The Fever back for the Sparks as well. Met Clark.
Oh, this is going up.
Every time she touches it. Inbound, Samuelson got. Clark putting on the moves, gets by Nurse. Donald being hounded by Wheeler. Indiana's already committed 4.
With a good free throw shooting team.
Nurse finds some space and hit
the top to work off the screen, and good timing.
Going a big shot from the three-point line. Here is Clark. Alyssa Smith back in.
How about the second half for Kia Miller? She is really.
The timely three has been the story here of the Sparks' second half.
I think all 3 of them. Yeah, you got to throw it in.
Finlay with the offensive rebound and a fresh 14. Clark blows by McDonald.
Is over-penetrated. Turned it over.
McDonald straight on.
Indiana has 12 turnovers.
Sparks have not been a great three-point shooting team this year, but then over. Some miscommunication. Ari McDonald with the steal and the finish. And 9-0 run for Los Angeles as Indiana.
Move it.
Clark seeing double, bounced it off. Austin shot clock down to 5, hounded by Brink. And Brink extra pass. Nurse has been brilliant. And a whistle before.
Pick and choose and figure out around the game when's a good time.
Run and a 12-0 run here in the second half. Brink is open. Burrell with the initial contact, and then she went down. And I think that here.
You got to get, can you get 3 stops in a row? That's what you got.
Brink lobbing it inside. Hit
To the scheme.
Inbound Nurse. Will she do it again? The 3 opts for Clark. Back for a rolling Boston foul in.
They are combined 8 for 11. They have made have won that stat as well. That's the
Sparks. They're struggling offensively all night, even when they were leading for this fourth. Boston into the corner. Wallace will fire and hit him. And couldn't get the layup. Oh, that's going to be a
bad foul because Caitlin gets 2 instead of shooting a 3. 2 free throws.
Sheet. 5 rebounds, 5 assists. 4. Still a lot of time to go here from Indianapolis. Backdoor pass, Jack. A 6-point lead here for the Sparks. And this is moments ago.
Look for Clark coming off a stagger right here. There.
Indiana didn't get that timing right. Here is Wheeler on the drive, right. Nurse, the step through, floats it up underneath. Back Benley struck. Clark will head to the line here. Indiana trailing by 9 with 60 seconds. Institution, but not huddle. Clark gets them both. Opting to play defense here. McDonald rattles. She's had 5 of them. And there's 6 games to open up the season. At a 4th quarter lead.
You've got your defense.
Inbound Wheeler looking for Clark. They get it to her.
Wheeler, trap if you can first.
One complete performance. Certainly your best defensive. Now Jackson back for Nurse, who's fouled. Thea Nurse, who came over via trade in the offseason. She came in really struggling. It hit just 2 of her 15. Clark trying to find some space. She'll bounce it back for Boston. She'll hoist a 3 and ahead to Clark. Clark will drive, get to the rim, lay it in these games with regularity. Wallace gets rid of it.
Including Ari McDonald and their ability to knock down threes.